power dynamic. It's like he's a dude. Like everyone has to report to somebody, and it's like you see the fear of who they're of the Empire at this point. Because if you, anyways,
we're live, baby. I want to hear this. Talk about them.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Spare Bedroom Studios, the Conversationalist with Ryan and Rich and Mark.
Episode 40.
40.
We made it.
We were just talking about some Andor stuff, but spoilers. But is it spoilers at this point? It's been out for so long.
It's been out for a minute.
Yes, you still have to see the finale. So yeah, we won't talk about that right now. So no.
You know what I found funny? I watched this thing. It was like, after a long, stressful day, I like to binge watch the FX series The Bear to relieve my stress.
Dude. That show can be quite heavy, at times. Dude. There were some episodes. I am not gonna lie. Some episodes I teared up a little bit, man. I was like, this is a lot.
No, that's a good show.
Great show.
And as someone who worked in the kitchen industry,
yes,
probably pretty accurate.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I didn't work in like high-end fine dining or a restaurant like that. I worked at chains if you want to call it. Yeah.
Mids.
I worked at a Montana's.
That ain't bad.
Great ribs though. I worked at another place called Broadway's, which is kind of like an OJ's here.
Okay.
And then I worked at a Lone Star, which was the closest thing would be like Julio's, pretty much. Julio's mixed with because they do steaks as well. They're at Julio's.
Julio's.
It's like a Julio's, but it's not Julio's.
You know Spanish?
Sí.
Buenos noches.
Cerveza. Buenos tardes.
Oh, yeah.
How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing this week?
Good, man. Just chilling.
Yeah?
Just,
working hard.
It was so hot some of these days, man, I couldn't even think.
Yeah, this is true. Hot outside. Yeah, it's hot today, too.
Well, and you remember me talking about the people across the street having their festival.
Yes, the loud music.
Oh, man. Okay, Mark, get this. Okay, so last Friday, here chilling, we see that like a truck comes and they put like this big white tent in front of if you go down this road there, the house like directly in front. They had like a giant one tent and then a little small one. 6, 7 o'clock, music bumping. No big deal, Friday night. Mind you, it's not the best music, and it felt like it was the same track. Like it was just the same thing over and over again. Yeah. I was like, okay, I don't know.
Song. Beep, beep, beep,
I didn't know if it was the noise or the fact that all I heard was just like some drum. Yeah. So then we're like 11 o'clock, and I'm looking at Emily. I had to go get earplugs, like the whole nine, man. Like it was crazy loud. So we were like, okay, whatever. They're having a ball. It must be a wedding or something.
Right.
Shit goes on for like a week.
Dude, Saturday, nothing. Sunday, party's back on.
Back on.
And this is like
round 2.
This is before we go to work.
Just
so this is
off?
at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And you have like traffic backed up.
Come on.
And people are driving by and they're like blaring on the horn, like, bah, 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 bah. I was like, is this a parade? Like, what's going on right now? And then one of the chicks, she went to them and was like, yo, you guys let's squabble up. And, she was getting like berated by a bunch of like middle-aged chicks. And as they got into their Mercedes and stuff, clearly it must have been like a graduation, I think.
That's so.
I think it was high school graduation.
But yeah, I get it now. Like I understand you want to celebrate. I'm not saying that you can't, but I think at the end of the day, for the first one was like the first night went till past 11 p.m.
I think it was pretty late.
So I mean,
it was past dark.
The people have to work the next day. Was it what day of the week?
It was a Friday.
Friday. Okay, so they're in the clear a little bit there for that. They can stay up a little bit later, but then the next day again to have a part 2 of the party, and then they're waking people up at 11.
Come
on. Come on.
I
What if
think
my baby was down for a nap?
I think people need to like be more considerate of like, yo, okay, you're having a party in your driveway, you're inviting 80 people. Okay, so now they're parking.
It's
in
a
all
street
my-
party.
Yeah.
Okay, so
and
now
you're parking in all my shit. Now I can't get to work. Come on,
that's the thing. So at this point, if they're having a party, they should be notifying the street.
Well,
If
yeah.
that's the case, not just your neighbor at this point, you got to notify the street. This is basically a street party.
I said if the whoever was doing it went along the block, handed out a couple Tim's cards.
Put some
Hey,
flyers
we're
up.
gonna be having
I
a
don't know.
party. Don't let us disturb. Blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah,
Sure,
common
I'm sure
courtesy.
nobody would be like too crazy about it.
No.
But it was, and it's not like they're in an area where, like, it has a lot of parking and shit, right?
Or
So
that, yeah, or it's the country, or it's isolated a little bit more. Or
it was
whatever.
just loud, man. I didn't really care they were doing it.
Yeah.
It was loud.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I cannot.
So we have like community halls.
Yes, or those things.
Yeah,
too.
if you're gonna have that many.
If you're gonna
people,
have that.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
you know, I don't know. At first I was like, maybe they just didn't have the money, but then I looked at their house and went, well, you probably do.
So that's a question we posed to you. If you guys were having a party, who would you? It's a party of that caliber, that size. Are you telling the neighbors? Are you telling the street? 80 people. 80 people is the number.
Dude, would
At
you
that
wa-
point, I like. Are you notifying the street, or are you just notifying a few people?
Not only that, would you want 80 people in your home?
These people clearly do. Yes.
I like
The party.
that-
The party planners do. They do.
dude. I'm not about party cleanup, so
Call KL Cleaning YEG. They'll get you. Hey.
that's right. Hey,
Say
But-
5.
but moving on. Fuck them guys.
So with that being said, like asking that question to the audience, last episode we had asked our viewers to see if they could write in some questions. So I'll start with 3. We'll come back. We'll talk about other things and touch back on questions
Sure.
here and there. So these questions come from a listener all the way out in New Brunswick.
Oof.
Who wants it first? These questions. So what I did ask of all of you guys was to either questions individually, like directed at one of us, or at the group, or so on. So this New Brunswick listener, thank you very much to you, sir. He's asked us each a question. I will start with Mark.
Mark.
Me.
So, this is a basketball-related question. Obviously, Ryan, you can chime in too if you want. SGA, foul grifter or nah? Thoughts? Nah.
Nah. New
The game within the game, man.
Steve Nash 2.0, dog. Look back.
That's true.
Everybody.
The correct nickname is free throw merchant.
Okay.
Everybody's been calling him. I don't think he's a grifter. I just, hey man, you put him on the line, he's gonna sink him.
He's just in those positions at the right time.
Yeah,
He's the guy.
yeah, he knows how to.
Manipulate the calls that the refs give him. You know, he's long. He's got like I don't know.
He's a
7 foot
tall, lanky
wingspan or
fellow.
some
How tall
shit.
is he?
Like, I don't know. He's 6'7", I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
6'7".
Like a-
He is a
Insane
tall
wingspan.
man. Congratulations to him as well. He just won
Yeah,
the
MVP.
MVP. Yes, that's correct. All right.
I think they did the same to Trae Young. They did the same. Every
James
time
Harden.
it's just another dude where it's like, he's cheating. It's like,
It is what it is.
6'6".
All right, Ryan. This next question is for you.
Lanky dude.
facts.
East Coast
Lifestyle.
versus Alberta. Which do you like better? Only you can answer this.
Probably.
Ooh, tough.
I'd probably. There's just more opportunities in Alberta. You have more like opportunities in terms of leisure and amenities. You have more opportunity in work. But if you were to say like scenery, like quality of life,
Yeah.
it would probably it'd be
Nova Scotia.
Yeah,
Or
East Coast.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's different, right? It's different of what you're looking for.
Absolutely, and that's
Right.
correct. It probably this is where you are in your life right now, and this is why.
But if I was ready to retire,
yes, absolutely, you'd
Right.
be feeling differently.
Right.
Okay.
but I would say where I'm at now, I'm like in Alberta better.
All right.
Bird boy.
There you have it. There you have it. And for your last question, listener from New Brunswick or viewer from New Brunswick.
Did you want to remain anonymous?
Yeah, I figured no one wants to reveal their names. We're just gonna say where you're from.
Coward.
You know what? This is they're allowed.
just
They're
kidding.
entitled to their privacy.
I'm
Hey.
just kidding. We
this
encourage the.
Yeah. I would
the
not
engagement.
give the same consideration.
One, this one is for me.
I would be doxing this person from 167 Graydon Hill.
Username.
State his address.
Username, password Lily123.
All right. This one's for me, and this one's a doozy. Would you rather the girl who whipped out her boobs during the Oilers playoff game last year, or the girl who got caught getting tag team in an alley at the Stampede some years ago, which was actually the Stampede I was at?
Ew. That's
The one
so
that got
gross.
Eiffel Towered in the alley?
In the alley, yeah.
Yeah, that's
I was
so-
that was the year I was at the Stampede, which is friggin' hilarious. But
Were you in the video?
No.
Shame.
If I had to choose,
Shameless.
I would probably choose the girl from the Oilers game.
Yeah.
100%.
She makes her own money.
Yeah, Playboy.
So did
Kate.
So did this girl as well, who got tag team, because
Kate
she
Flynn.
did the stripper circuit around Alberta.
Oh, she sure
Oh,
did.
yeah. That's
She
right.
owned it.
She
That's
did a
right.
circuit all right.
Yeah, but
did.
she tried to play it up like by herself. Like, oh, check out my OnlyFans, blah blah blah.
Yeah, trying to sell it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so everyone saw her boobs. What do you do? But yeah, I think that's the least out of the two things that did happen. I think that's the least.
Is
That's
there
the
a
most
sporting?
harmless.
Is there a sporting event that you would like, where you would, full frontal nudity?
what?
That I would
Yeah,
do
like is
freaking?
there like a sport? Like if the Oilers won the Stanley Cup, would you be like, woo?
No,
Okay, just asking for a friend.
for a friend.
Yeah,
I'm
just
respected.
asking. Yeah.
That's
Anyways,
crazy.
next question.
Okay. Let us.
That us.
This is from. Hold on. Wait a second.
This next caller, Rick from Jersey.
Okay, this one
First time, last time?
is an Edmonton local strength and conditioning coach, MFN training here in Edmonton.
Motherfucking training.
She has asked 2 questions. These are both for. You know what? I'm going to make them both for the group because this one's for me.
I try to work out. I don't.
If there was a multiverse and another version of you existed in a different universe, would you want to meet yourself? And what questions would you ask? If there was another me, I think the questions are endless. I think I would ask everything I could possibly want to know. Like, who were your parents?
If-
And what did
I
you
think
do?
it
Where'd
would
you
be
grow
if
up?
we Freaky Friday'd. If we Freaky Friday, that would be your like alternative.
No, but then you're just
Yeah,
switching places.
I'm switching places.
No. But I'm saying like the personality that I have is
Yeah.
opposite to the personality that you have.
Right.
So if your alternative person would be you as a person with the personality of me.
you? Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't switch spots. But I just
No,
wanna
you wouldn't-
know
yeah.
everything.
Yeah, I'd
that
wanna
I wanna
know.
know.
I
I think you'd ask every single question possible.
Yeah.
Where did you grow up? Who did you
Do you
lose
put
your
your left
virginity
sock
to?
on first? Or
Yeah.
right.
Do you drive? Do you have a motorcycle?
that's
Do you have
interesting.
like I don't know. You know, it'd be really different. Clearly, obviously. Maybe I had superpowers in that world. I
Maybe
don't
you
know.
were,
Maybe I'm a hobo.
Maybe you were sniffing for peppermint, as they say.
Maybe
Yeah, I'd
I was
go-
sucking dick for crack
Yeah,
and
that's
you
what
know
I'm
walking
saying.
home after. You
That's
know what I mean?
I'm
I don't know.
saying.
You know, like I don't know. But if that was me, I'd still. How the fuck did we get here?
Yeah.
I'd want to know that.
I would also want to know what their world is like.
Absolutely.
I think that.
What do you
would be
do for
fun.
work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys
So
have
to answer your
spaceships?
question,
Yes.
MFN training, strength and conditioning coach.
Fucking train.
Yes, I would ask every single question there is under the bus.
Under the
about
bus.
myself and what the life that this other version of
What
me
if
is living.
what if your other person was evil?
Oh, how did we get here? What are we doing? What kind
He's
of
like,
evil
yo,
are
I'm
we
trying to take
causing?
over the world.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
let me join you. Let's do. There's safety in numbers, bro.
You've met like a Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
not
Doing
that kind.
heinous
No,
A
things.
Richard Dahmer.
no, you don't want those.
And then you have to
No.
kill him.
Yeah.
You're forced to kill him, and then you set off like
And then
this
I take his
butterfly
place.
effect.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh, oof.
Oh. I,
Yo, we
That'd be
should
cool.
screenwrite something.
This is.
Do you guys
no
watch-
patent pending. TM can't copy. This is our story. All you viewers out there.
Did you guys don't watch Black Mirror, do you?
Yes, of course.
Occasionally.
Favorite show.
Okay, so do you?
I haven't seen any of the new season though. Sadly, yes, I know.
the one with the pendant. Have you seen that? It's like this chick. Anyways,
Lubin's favorite episode is the video game one with Carl.
Best
That's
episode
homeboy.
ever, man. Best
I
episode
think the
ever.
funniest one is the one where they're all forced to run on treadmills
That
to
one,
make the
yeah.
money.
My
I think
favorite
that's so
episode
funny.
is actually the White Bear, but yes, that episode
White Bear is
is
good.
hilarious.
Or the pig.
The first
fucking-
episode.
the fucking
Dude,
the pig.
So like, we're getting way off topic
No,
here,
yeah.
but somebody had
We got
told
a
me
lot
about
of
it.
questions
Somebody
to
had
get
told me
through.
about that episode, and that's what got me into Black Mirror.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Okay.
this next question is for you guys, for both of you, or for the group. If you could solve one world issue, time, money, etc., not being an issue, what would it be and why? And would solving that issue potentially create larger issues down the line? Well, I think that depends on the issue that we choose. So, if you could solve one world issue, what would it be and why?
For me, it would probably be like housing, like the ability to own a house at like a relative like age
Yes.
and
okay.
amount. Because everybody that I talk to that's older than me, like my family members, et cetera, they always say like that's where your start of like ownership and like gaining
Yep.
like assets and stuff, right? So it's like, why wouldn't you make that like a
Bit
good
more
entry
accessible.
point, right?
Yeah.
And not to say that they're not doing things in Canada, but you just look at the amount of like inflation and stuff, and you say like people should be able to like get into a property and not be paying, absorbent amounts of money. How do you save when you're renting for,
Yeah.
your whole paycheck?
Yes, that's
Right?
true. Well,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that. So
Housing.
Good answer.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a good answer.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mark.
Me.
Yeah, would you?
Given my size and stature, I'd probably go with ending world hunger. I like food. I would like everybody to have food. It's
right,
upset.
that's right.
Like not
It's
to
just-
parlay
it's
it
just
into
a very
a joke or
roundabout-
anything, but like you see those commercials where like kids are starving in Africa.
Yeah.
and,
Yes.
like, with the
No one
whole
likes
Gaza
it.
situation.
Yeah.
And, like people are fighting over rice. Like
yeah.
it's really sad, and I would like for everybody to be able to have at least something to eat. Like
Yeah.
Facts.
even I don't know, given our political climate and how
Big
things are
ones,
going in
political
Canada and whatnot, and it's like
Yeah.
turn it off. People going to the food banks and having to rely on that, and it's like, man, like we're not a third world country here. Like
No,
we
yeah.
should be able to put a meal on the table.
And what's fucked up is that they probably have decent jobs too.
Absolutely.
Where it's like, and probably more often than not only one job,
Yeah.
right? And it's like, how are you working two jobs? And it's like, oh, that's because like your electrical bill has gone up friggin'
800 bucks,
50%
like-
Yeah.
in the last 3 years, right?
Yeah.
And then eventually it's like, I can't breathe no more. Like there's nothing for
there's
me.
no give right now.
Right.
That's the thing.
And I don't know, because like people are just, and I just remember talking to the one of our future guests, Jesse Watson. He said like it's just not affordable. Like it's not sustainable for people. Like you can't live like this.
No.
Right?
No, yeah.
Like
Absolutely.
Let's get it figured out, Ryan. You and me.
okay,
Between
we're gonna
housing
change
and,
it.
and food.
Housing and
I
food.
like it.
We're gonna People going to be
Rich,
sleeping
you
on
got
my
an answer?
couch?
Agreeing with what you said about making first homes more accessible and easier to be done, but education as well.
Yeah.
If you had the chance to if education was affordable easily everywhere,
We're
I think
talking
a lot of
basic
people would-
education or like post-secondary?
I'm saying post all of it really.
Yeah.
And I mean, getting to that, obviously post-secondary, it's like a lot of people, I've gone to college, and there's people that I know who haven't gone to college, and they're like, man, some people were saying in the end it was like, yeah, I take a few years off, I didn't know what I was going to do, then I just didn't go to post-secondary. And then it's like looking back, it's like, it's so expensive right now to do whatever, to take a certain course, and it's like, I got to go back and do 4 years. And I understand that, yes, to get an education, so it does take time depending on what you're studying. But at the same time, to have it a little bit more affordable at points, even after going and, if you want to go back and do another degree, did you not receive a little bit of less tuition? I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there.
Yeah.
But I think, to make, these things easier and more accessible and for the opportunities for everybody to have that, I think would obviously be a lot easier.
Yeah, and it is worth saying, too, that post-secondary, vocational training and, getting an arts degree are two completely different things.
Sure.
And this is an argument that I had with one of the guests about, because I looked up she has an arts degree, but I said, how can you advocate for someone to get an arts degree when 65% of people that graduate with an arts degree can't find a job in their field?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Right?
That is another true fact.
So it is worth noting that, yes, getting post-secondary is very, very important, but it does come with, the caveat of, are you taking something that, our workforce needs, right? Are you going and getting a degree that you're going and getting vocational training in a super saturated market?
Okay.
And then it's hey, I think the need for education is important, but in the right areas of well, if we have a bunch of people with arts degrees, is that going to help us building buildings or whatever it is? But I think that's a bigger, I think the need for education is the main.
The main.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Then
But-
you branch out.
Yeah, but no, good question.
Okay.
Good answer.
This is coming from another Edmonton listener.
Wah, wah.
Bing bong.
These ones are, you'll see.
You'll see.
As artificial intelligence becomes increasingly integrated into our daily lives, from automating jobs to influencing how we think and interact, where do you see the modern civilization heading in the next few decades? Are we on the brink of a renaissance, a collapse, or something entirely new? And with that, I will say, I think we're in for our own destruction. And something entirely new. I mean, they just did the new, the other artificial intelligence, wow, the new Chat GPT-2 or something like that won't turn off. They're telling it to shut down, and it's refusing to shut down.
Skynet?
Yeah, basically, I've seen that documentary, and I know what happens. It's called The Rise of the Robots.
I think. Sorry to cut you off.
No,
But
go ahead.
I think it's just gonna be something that's gonna slip into people's hands without them even knowing.
It's
You look at Apple Intelligence. It's so eventually you're gonna have an iPhone, and you might be this person that's AI is blasphemous, blah 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 blah, and it's eventually it's gonna be so well integrated, like autocorrect. It's okay, eventually it was just you just had that shit.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people, it's gonna come to a point where people aren't really gonna know.
Well, I'll tell you this. There's something else that came up just to touch on that artificial intelligence thing. There's a city. Where the frick is it right now?
That runs on AI.
Yeah. So Toyota isn't just making cars anymore. They're building a city run by AI, robots and hydrogen. And in this city, your mirror will detect illnesses, robots run your home, and much more. So it's at the base of Mount Fuji. 175-acre living labs where everything is powered by hydrogen and run by AI. So this is something that they're actually starting, and it's in the works right now, as far as I know, or this is what the plan is, and that sounds interesting and scary. Like,
is that something like, is that a society that you'd want to live in?
No, absolutely not. I've seen I'm talking about movies and stuff like
paranoid?
that, but like I know that's like the way of the future is having these robots and AI to assist us to make our life easier. But when is the first accident gonna happen?
You go to get snacks out of your thing, and they're like, "You've had too much. Cupboard's locked. No, can't get in."
You know,
Sorry.
I'm not saying this is what's going to happen, but, you know, like...
You've eaten way over your calories today, Richard. You need to go have a nap.
Yeah, but if we already have an AI developed and, you know, there's two of them communicating, they've now created their own language, and now we have another AI that is saying that I will not power down. I don't know why we keep fucking around with robots and
that's when you just nuke it, man. I don't know.
They've already thought of that, I'm sure.
I think...
Out of Ultron. What if he just goes and makes another, like, version of himself somewhere else?
Like, I don't know. But
I like that one meme where it's like, hey, like, Ultron was on the internet for, like, 5 minutes, and he's like, nah, like, humans gotta go. It's over. Like, enough of this.
It's enough. Like, it is the beginning of our end, is what I think. I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely some scary stuff. But it's the media portrays it as something, and I think people go with it, and then I think there's also like a utility for it.
Agreed. Okay, so again, the next question from this member. These are thinking questions. Okay, when we look at ancient civilizations like the Egyptians or the Mesopotamians, or the Indus Valley and their architectural feats, astronomical knowledge, and the societal structures seem incredibly advanced, sometimes even more aligned with nature and sustainability than today. How do you think they achieve such a sophistication, and have we lost something essential in our modern push for progress?
Yeah, are these questions made with AI? This is fucking crazy, man.
Right?
I remember asking some of these questions. I don't know what the fuck that meant, to be honest.
So you're looking back at all the civilizations and the architecture and things. Like, look at the pyramids, for example.
I think it's aliens. Facts.
You still think aliens, eh?
Aliens, man. Some of this shit can't be recreated to this day.
Which is strange.
Which is crazy. Think about...
We ain't got that many slaves, though.
Dude,
to
first of
cut
all,
those stones
it was actually
slaves,
dinosaurs,
bro.
First of all,
Unlimited
it was dinosaurs.
Come on,
it was
dude.
dinosaurs, bro.
Which one is it? You said aliens, now you're saying dinos.
Both.
They're both two in the same.
Digimon.
Bro.
Oh, speaking of, that was something that was talked about not too long ago as well. They found a perfect dinosaur embryo somewhere in the world.
Jurassic Park?
It's perfectly intact, or preserved, I should say.
Jurassic Park.
And yeah, I think this is, and it's not, it's the name of the dinosaur has the word like "chur" in it, as in like raptor. And so
like BioShock.
Yeah. So do we want, like, again? Yeah, we've seen that movie where they try this shit and crazy stuff happens.
And humans are just so gullible.
We're so dumb. We're like,
dude,
yes, this seems like a good idea. Let's clone. Let's try to bring these animals, this species back. And there's a comedian out there, Andrew Santino, sorry. And in one of his comedy specials, he says, "Hey, maybe they had their fucking time. Maybe that's why they're not here anymore. Things sometimes need to go extinct. This is a thing.
Like the dodo.
We don't need to fuck around and bring these back, because if one of those 6 or 7 now Jurassic Park movies has an ounce of truth in it, I know what is going to happen, and this is not going to be fucking cool.
No,
yeah, man.
So let's
Jeff
stop
Goldblum's
with the cloning
character.
of things, and let's stop with AI. Fuck.
Scientists were so preoccupied with whether or not they could that they didn't stop to think if they should.
Ooh.
it.
They're spitting fire with
Bro,
that
that's
line.
a bar. That's a bar.
Was that the tagline from the movie?
That's legit. A quote from the movie.
Yeah, that's what he
Absolutely.
said
And it's
when
like,
he
it's
released
legit,
the
yeah.
dinosaur.
Yeah.
He was
why
like,
you
"We
messing
should have
around
thought
with these
about
things?"
this."
Idiots. So, to answer this member's question, I think we have lost something if it's not aliens or dinosaurs. I think we have lost a step with our architecture and design and the wanting to build more like civilizations and cities and such, or really cool buildings. But I think we're at that stage in life, like in the last 100 years, the amount of things that have happened. Automobiles, computers.
Well, they say the Earth's only gonna last for like a fucking, I don't know, like 100 more years or some shit.
Good, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
We're
bro.
not going to be here to see
We're-
it.
Bro, we're all gonna be on fucking Mars, man.
Sure. But, yeah.
Katy
Would you
Perry.
go up?
No.
No.
No?
Nah, man, I'm too unlucky.
You think that we're having luck here? That I want to go try
bro.
luck
No,
there?
man. Less people?
Nah, man.
Get
Less?
me out of here, bro.
Okay.
See ya. And if I die on the way?
At least you know the
So be
death
it.
would be quick, though.
Where?
If you, like, died on your way to space. Because as soon as something would fail, your head would just...
Would it be
Pop.
like the Titan submergible?
It would just... Your head would just blow up.
submersible?
There's going to be a...
'Cause
they're
the
doing a
pressure-
documentary on that, no?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if a window popped or some shit, your head would just blow up.
Yes, this is true.
Bezos is just laughing because he got like $500,000 from you.
What's our time checker right now?
31 minutes.
31 minutes and 35 seconds.
Sheesh.
All right.
More questions. Let's go.
Okay. This is from our BC listener.
BC. Who don't know
This
BC?
is a business. It's a brand new. It's called Stoke Social. It's a marketing, social media, and events. So Stoke Social is about igniting ideas, building buzz, and helping businesses, especially in luxury and tourism, stand out in a saturated world. Whether it's building out a full social strategy, planning a local event, or creating content that actually connects, Stoke Social will help you grow your business and increase your sales. Lovely, lovely company and lovely lady out there. Thank you very much.
Stoke.
These are her questions.
STOKE?
STOKE.
Yeah.
Social.
Maybe we can show it on the. There we go.
No,
Stoke,
it's just for me.
Yeah, that's
You guys
well.
keep
They only.
talking.
I think they only have the Instagram and Facebook account for right now.
Okay, but I'm
Anyways.
looking up this.
They don't have anything. That's not it.
That's
That's
not it at all.
Okay. What is your biggest regret in life that you've never did, but you're still thinking about doing it? Want to still do it?
Skydiving.
That's a regret for you right now.
Yeah, I had a couple opportunities and then I chickened out like 2 or 3 times. And then, yeah,
Bro, what's stopping you now?
Yeah.
nothing. I just haven't, like, every time I get close to, like, actually committing to it,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if I got the money or I think I gotta work.
So
or...
what is it? The fear? You're just scared to do it?
Yeah, man. I'm so unlucky. My parachute will have a fucking anvil in it.
There is no greater
Like,
feeling than
I
So
will
you're
jump
afraid of
out.
death?
Yeah, I'll jump out and I'll pull it, and all the cords will just be cut.
Well, you're not going to be alone, first of all.
You don't check
Yeah.
your shit?
Or the guy like whispers in my ear, like, "All right, you ready for this?"
You were,
That actually
you were probably
happens.
too busy talking through like the tutorial on what to do and shit.
No, man.
Dude, why
I'd
not?
be-
Yeah, you
dude.
probably would be.
No,
actually.
I'd be this
It's
like
we
white
told
as,
you this.
dude. I'd be this like white as a ghost. Like, did I say goodbye to my family? Did I fucking?
So I've done it, and we did I got the package, the video made. But the dude that I was with, this dude was like 6'9", 6'10".
Oh, so you were like a
Giant.
mini me.
I was like,
strapped onto
so
him.
when he stood, because when we
Like
get
hands?
we get strapped together, and we get on the plane. When he got up from the bench, like when we're sitting down on the bench, and he's talking to me, letting me know everything that's going on.
Then he
and when he gets
lifted
to get
you.
to the door, he stands up, and I was literally like this, like in the air.
Oh, he
This is
just
awesome.
he just sunned you.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically.
Dada?
Yeah, and then we went out. But dude, it was
I can
it was
walk
a lot of fun.
myself.
Dude. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It was
While you're falling, he whispers in your ear, "I'll protect you."
Well, pretty much just what he did.
Yeah.
And I never felt safer. I
Yeah.
won't say no. Mark, do you have an answer for that question?
I do, and I think about it quite often. Grade 12.
Okay.
I had an opportunity to go to Washington State for football camp.
Oh.
And instead I opted to try and secure the bag of a scholarship for basketball. I did not get the scholarship. I did not play post-secondary basketball at all. I was a better football player than I was basketball.
Really?
And I regret that decision to not go.
Okay.
Like quite often, because like my friends went and they're like, yeah, like American football players there's something in the water there, but like it was such an experience. And I'm like, I missed out on it for nothing.
Well, not for nothing. You thought that there was gonna be another opportunity.
Oh no, I got my ass just dog walked at this ID camp for basketball. Like these kids they're hungry for it, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a good experience. Life lesson to, pass down to my kids and shit.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, do you think you would be now more like advocating for them to take like a bigger leap? You know what I mean? Like if that opportunity came, you'd be like, I remember when I didn't do this.
Yeah.
Like
100%. I'm gonna push my kids to like, go get a scholarship somewhere, go play somewhere. Even if like, maybe I gotta foot the bill for a bit. Like,
even just a tough decision, right? Of like, do it.
Yeah. That's why, like, when a lot of the guys, especially you guys, when you move here and it's like, hey, like, you guys left your home, you left your families for the most part, and, like, you're doing your thing here.
Yeah.
Like, props to you. I haven't done that.
Dude, it's... And to be fair, though, like, sometimes it pans out, sometimes it doesn't,
That's
right?
True.
And, like, there's takeaways with everything, right? Like there's always a risk.
Yeah.
And it kind of just, it sucks that you can never have your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? That's just the rough reality of it, where it's like with one thing you lose one, like with taking one thing you lose something, and it's just like you have to think you're making the best decision.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
For me, it'd probably be sticking it out with theater and acting more in Toronto and actually moving. That one was tough. There was a lot that was going on at that time in my life, and I made a decision to keep me in Ottawa and not go to Toronto. And yeah, sometimes you look back and it was like that was not the smartest move I could have done. So
yeah, it's
just where would you be now? It's always that,
Well, like I had the opportunity early to go to like Bishop's University.
Why didn't you go?
He wanted to skydive instead.
Yeah.
You didn't want to do that either?
No, it was one of those things where I wasn't the best student, so I was worried about going there and then failing and then being in the middle of Montreal and being like, oh, fuck.
I think that's what everyone's like. Also, I mean,
like,
for sure.
So then I chose to go to university, like in close to home, because then it's like if I fail, at least I have some sort of faith. I don't need someone to drive to fucking Quebec and pick me up and my failures scrape me off the ground.
Exactly.
And it was the biggest party school in Canada, so I was like,
huge. My buddies went there.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna be able to like have a good willpower. Yeah. I was like, I'll be sucked right into it.
My buddy played football at Bishop's, actually.
Yeah, they had good sports programs.
Yeah, they did.
But yeah.
Next question. This one's a doozy right here.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Would you rather go to the Edmonton
Jackal.
Oilers and Florida Panthers Stanley Cup Game 7?
Wait. Is it
Would
Game
I
7 from
rather?
last year or
No. It's just let's just say.
Okay.
Or knowing the outcome now.
Yeah.
Last year.
I don't want to
Okay.
go back to last
Do
year.
you want to go back? So here's the
sad.
question:
Sad
Would
boy.
you rather go to the Game 7 last year, or be given $20,000?
20,000.
Obviously 20 grand.
But exactly, because you
In
know
this
the
economy?
outcome of last year. You know the outcome of last year.
I
but
think
let's
they're
say
talking about
to
today
this year.
tense.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Let's say.
So like we don't know that.
By the way,
outcome
tonight
of,
is Game 1 of the
yeah.
Stanley Cup Finals.
Where's your
Go
gear,
Oilers.
boys?
Oh, I got
We're all
it.
wearing white.
Oh, got
They
it.
were.
But this
We were
year, let's
white.
say you go. Let's say it goes to Game 7.
For a second, I was gonna be like, "Yo, no, I'm not."
Game
Yes,
Game
I
7 this year,
Okay.
or 20 grand.
20 grand, and then I buy the tickets to Game 7. Boom. 5.
So you're
BPs.
spending all 20 G's.
Yeah. So
You think two
No,
tickets
listen,
are
I just
20
said
grand?
two.
Tickets are like
if you
2
wanna
G's
go
if
to
you
the
want a
game,
good seat.
do you want to go to the game or do you want to get 20 grand?
Okay, then I'll take the 20 grand.
I take the 20 grand too.
In this economy, hell yeah.
Hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
brother.
Straight to bills.
Yeah, honestly.
Property tax, electric bill,
Property?
groceries. 20 G's right there.
Property?
Groceries. Yes, groceries.
Yeah.
20 grand.
Food?
Damn.
Okay. She has one last question.
She's spitting some fire. I like these questions.
Okay. Part 1 question. Or yes, question 3, part 1.
It's a 3-part question?
Yes, it is.
So it's 3 questions.
Yes.
Yes.
She wished for more questions and she won.
Yes.
What's the nicest thing you've ever done for a girl?
Shit.
You will start there. Go ahead. Whoever wants to chime in first.
What walked into her life?
I think that takes the cake. That's a solid answer. Nicest thing I've ever done for a girl.
I don't know.
Holy
Let me
shit, man.
sit and think.
Yeah.
A girl that I just started seeing, I guess. I'd say this is probably the nicest thing. And she asked, no, because I've done this for other people before, so no.
I don't know if I do. I wouldn't categorize. I would say I just generally do nice things, but I don't know if there's a nicest thing.
Bought her a plane ticket to go
I
on
don't
a
know.
vacation with her friends?
Generally, I'm just mid on the nice scale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't go.
Nothing sticks
really.
out. You didn't do anything for somebody's birthday or
Well,
anniversary
birthday, sure,
or anything
yeah,
like that?
Yeah, but that comes with the territory, though, no?
Yeah, I guess.
You know,
I don't know.
I
That's the thing.
tell
I
us,
always
spit your
think
smoke.
about
Okay,
it
let's
if
say
I bought
outs-
someone a car, then that would be
that'd be a huge, yeah, okay.
like a house or
That's what I'm saying. There was a girl that her and her friends were going away, and I was like, "Listen, I'll buy this trip for you." Kind of as
So,
you know. It was my girlfriend. you
okay.
asshole.
Okay.
Are you a random stranger over there? Do you want to go on a trip with some friends? Here's
got
here's
you.
your plane. I got you.
So,
Leuven, can you pay for my trip, please?
yeah. Just send the invoice to Leuven.
Yeah, jeez. So that was
That
probably
is
the next
nice,
thing
though.
I did for my girl.
Props.
I was doing.
That's nice.
Okay.
What was the destination?
They went to Cuba.
Ooh, Cubano.
Okay, what's the meanest thing? Oh, this is part 2 of the question. What's the meanest thing you've ever done to a girl? I plead the fifth on this one. No, the
don't
meanest
know.
thing I ever did? Oh, bought this girlfriend a trip to Cuba. That was the meanest thing I could have ever done.
I'm not a mean person, so my mean scale's on mid.
Tease too much?
So
So you guys don't like the last question?
yeah.
Nah. This is part 2 of 3, right?
Yeah,
okay,
I'm just
part-
waiting for 3.
what's the
Part
most
3.
mean
Part
thing
3.
you've ever done for a girl?
And were either of them about your own ego?
Nah.
No.
No, I don't think it was ever about ego.
If it's about your own ego, then you're
Then
not doing a nice thing
anything
for somebody else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe a little insecurity, but definitely not like I'm
Not an
trying
ego
to.
thing. Plus, there was also a great seat sale that year, so
nice.
it didn't really
Perfect.
cost.
Gotta
that
get on the
much.
seat sales.
WestJet,
Absolutely.
Sunwing?
I think they did WestJet. I think. I don't know.
Now buying someone a plane ticket, they think you're trying
Sunwing.
to kill them.
Yeah,
man.
absolutely.
Am I going to be getting on a Boeing?
Yeah. They're
Well,
like, I
or-
booked you a thing for Spark Airlines.
Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who? Oh, they only have this one trip, first flight.
It's like you ever watch Modern Family?
Yeah.
It's like what do they do? It's low economy or low budget.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are they so cheap? Or economy minus? She's like, what's economy minus?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a brand new airline, but it's two benches along like the sides of the plane, so you're facing each other.
Oh,
Madness.
like a bus. Like a
I was dying.
bus.
I'm like, Phil, you're great.
Shane sent me something about
This
What do you think about these airlines that they're trying to do where you're standing?
Yeah.
Yes, I
That's
saw that.
exactly what
Standing
she sent
seats.
me.
I was
Dude.
like, but it's like you have a little bit of like a half seat under your ass, and it kind of, I guess, like
If
if
they
it's,
had,
it's like this kind of.
if it was more of like bar stools, if they had like a little bit of like a, say like you pull a tray out or something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'd be
It's-
like, yeah.
It's the safety of it. So
I
you're
don't-
strapped
I
in
just I
standing.
need
I don't enjoy the double-decker seats that I
give me
saw.
comfort. Just
Have you ever
please.
seen that? It's like a seat, and then like they have a second set of seats.
on top.
On
So
top.
what? Somebody's
No.
like crotch is in the back of your neck.
So like the person in front of you is like shitting on your head.
Yeah, no, that's not for me.
I was like, but
What I don't get, like, I understand like airlines and stuff are trying to maximize how much money they're getting and stuff, but how did we go from being like comfortable and have the proper amenities on flights and stuff, and is that everybody was like content with it, and now it's like, no, you got to pay for bags, you got to do this,
You
you
gotta
got to
pay
do
for
that, and
headphones.
it's like
You gotta pay for anything.
Yeah.
just nickel and diming for stuff, and they took that stuff away.
yeah.
You're right. Yeah.
Well, I
I don't
think
like that.
That's okay.
That's
so going
upsetting.
back that question that the strength and conditioning coach asked us,
Mm-hmm.
the thing about changing the world, travel, getting
Yeah.
it accessible,
Made really
easier
affordable.
to get around.
Yeah, facts.
Like fuck, man.
Well, I think
Flying,
9/11
it's so
changed that.
ridiculous to how expensive it is to fly on it domestically within the country.
yeah, more
That is
expensive to
insane.
fly in Canada than anywhere else in the world.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's so crazy. You get to
Yeah.
Europe, it's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Oh,
and the
yeah.
flights
Or
are
the
cheap,
US.
$70
man.
bucks?
The
Like,
U.S.
you know what
it's
I
like a fucking bus system.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
man.
like, oh, I'm flying here one day, I'm flying there the
And
next
everyone
day.
else,
I'm
yeah.
taking...
There was a couple hiccups, but like,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
for the
true.
most part.
Well,
Planes
yeah,
go
and
missing,
your
no big
plane
deal.
crashes and
Yeah,
die.
well, I was meaning more so
Yeah.
9/11, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Travel would
Yeah.
be great.
Well, that's again like all the security and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know the logistics of how like that money is spent. But I think it's a lot of like, yo, we have to beef up security. We got to train people. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to buy these billion-dollar X-ray machines.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It doesn't have to be this much.
No, I agree. It doesn't have to be this.
Yeah,
much.
especially when you see, like, you know, like you said, Europe and stuff, they've already
Yeah,
they
it's
got
like,
a model for it.
hey,
but-
as the government, should we not look into making this cheaper? I don't care what it takes. Get new airlines. I don't like that's what
Or
we
when
need.
the dude that
Yeah.
runs it takes a $5 million bonus. It's
Yeah.
like, yo, how are you taking what? Like,
on top
Bro,
of
my
your,
flight was $5 million.
Yeah.
on top of your seven-figure salary, you know,
Yeah.
give me a break, man.
like Hudson Bay close.
Yeah.
Fucking CEO of Hudson takes $1 million bonus. It's like your company's going bankrupt, dude. What are we talking about?
Yeah, not only that,
Bonus?
it's like that thing's been around for
For ages.
Yeah.
decades.
It's a staple.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know.
I
100 years.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
crazy.
Okay.
What else we got?
Ryan, do you own
these
a
come
duster?
in.
You want a what?
Do you own a duster?
I do. I gotta clean this place,
Yeah,
man.
dust this bitch up.
Yeah,
It's dusty over here.
This comes from our Toronto listener.
Sheesh.
Who is it?
Also,
Anonymous?
everyone's anonymous today. It's
Anonymous.
Just where you're from.
Yeah.
What are you doing day one of the apocalypse?
Staying the hell off the streets.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna
Stay off
say-
the main streets. Travel at night. Or no, during the day.
Finding weapons, bro.
Well, okay, yes, you find weapons, but do you
Defend
find
myself.
shelter? Like, obviously, the coolest places to go would be a mall.
I'm joining
or
the cult.
there's a jail.
I'm joining the first cult I see. Whoever wants me. I ain't gonna survive on my own, dog. I need friends.
We did talk about this a long time ago. It's like, what do you bring to contribute to the pack?
Yeah.
I'm going to join
Hiding
the
in a
cult.
sewer like
Yeah.
Saddam.
Like I tell people when they say do nothing at work, I go, I'm just here to boost morale.
You can do it, man.
Yeah.
I watched.
I just go, I'm just here to encourage people to do a good job.
Yeah, I was watching the Julian
Okey-dokey.
Edelman football story. Have you seen that one?
Which one?
Julian Edelman.
Oh yeah, Jules. Yeah.
Yeah, and all he would ever say is, "Gotta believe,
Yeah.
Can't believe
just
that.
gotta believe," and you just say things to pipe you up. Or
Yeah.
he told Gronk one time, "It's like, you know what, man? They're saying you're shit," and he's like, he walks away. He's like, "Shut up, man." He's like, "No, wait, did they say that?" And it got in his head. But then what happens? He goes out and plays it. This is Julian Edelman's.
Yeah,
that was his gift. You know, it's like,
Hype people up.
hey, gotta believe.
Everybody loves
Gotta
a good
believe.
hype man.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So you'll fit in perfectly in your cult.
Yeah.
You'll be the hype man.
I think
you
I'll-
can kill those zombies. You got
Yeah,
this,
man.
man.
Yeah, they'll be like, "You coming? Nah, I'm gonna be here folding laundry or whatever the fuck else. You need me to crush some grapes or some shit? Like, you need some wine? Like,
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
I'll be the one like burning people's shit in the fucking. You know what I mean?
Mm.
That's my job.
Lewin,
Cleaning
what are you
crew.
doing?
First day of the apocalypse,
Mm-hmm.
looking for weapons, 100%. That's my biggest. And seeing if I got some. Well, first I'll probably call my friend Sue made it
Yeah, fair.
and be like, "Hey, you wanna team
Well,
up?"
that's if cell phones work.
Yeah, that
I'll,
shit's cool.
I'll find you.
Yeah.
I'll find.
I know where you live.
I know
Yeah.
where you live.
I'm not
Everybody
coming
just
back in the
wanders
city,
out on
man.
the
I'm
street.
close to like the outside of the
Yes,
city. So
exactly. I think
See,
that's.
sorry,
Oh.
Rich.
Would
I'll
you
be-
try to
I'm
find
coming to
someone
you.
that
I
has
know
like an
this.
acreage?
I'm going to the base.
Oh,
that's
I'm
also
skipping a jump, bro.
Well, I'll
Let's
follow
hope they
you
don't
there.
shoot on site.
Yeah, they probably would though.
They might.
Okay.
I don't know. It's
Now-
a Canadian military, so.
Yeah,
Come on in.
and it depends on what the
Hey.
apocalypse is too, right? Like if
Well,
it's,
let's just. Yeah, I
Like
guess.
if
that's-
Oh,
it's
like
a-
nuclear?
or
nuclear,
if it's like
zombies,
a zombie, you know, it could be a whole different ball. 'Cause
alien invasion.
People can't try. Like, say if it's zombies and like they don't know if you're affected, and then like
That's true. Yeah.
and you're like, yo, back the fuck up. You're like,
I didn't
get
come on,
bit.
man, I need your help.
I didn't get bit. I swear.
Yeah.
Oh, would you guys hide the bite?
No.
If I got
No.
bit, I'd probably.
I'd just
be
make
like,
you kill me.
Yeah, I'd be
Yeah.
like, just kill me.
Yeah.
I'd go out like a fucking hero, bro.
Yeah.
Like
Guns.
Hey, what do you guys need me to do? I'll do it.
No, you'd be the one like, you guys go, I'll stay.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba,
Yes.
ba, and then
If I
like,
was-
all the aliens.
if I was
just-
bit, yeah, 100%. That's what I would do.
Yeah,
Just like take off.
Now, how many people do you think like right away, if they found out like this was the end of like the world, that just off themselves?
Quite
I'd say like
I'd say quite a few.
quite a
I'd
few.
say like very like yeah, a
I
good
don't know,
amount.
I'll say a good percentage. I wouldn't say 50, but I'd
Or
say.
or like if
You ever
they-
see The Mist?
Yeah.
yeah, that pissed me off.
This dude
man.
couldn't wait, bro.
Dude, that pissed me
That
off.
okay, so that's not the original ending to the story. So
Nope.
Stephen King actually wrote that while he's sitting in the car, everyone comes over and they find him and they're like, "You're okay?" And then he's like, "Yeah," and then the whole group survives. And then in the movie, the director was like, "This is gonna be way better." And then after he does all that, then they'll come by. And Stephen King was like, "Don't change it. This is fucking perfect.
Oh,
It's a way better ending than the like instead of a happy ending, that's a so twisted ending, but it's
Man,
great. The Mist
that
is great.
shit pisses me off.
You hated it that much, huh?
I enjoyed it. I was
liked
like, yo, that's
It was good.
You know what
that,
other one
that
I
got
didn't
me
like?
thinking, bro.
You know what other ending I didn't like?
Mm-hmm.
Cabin in the Woods.
we were just talking
Fuck
about
that.
the other day. So
I gotta
Fuck
rewatch that movie.
man.
That's
That
the one where
shit
like all that
pisses
shit
me
starts
off.
going
That
on.
did
They got
bother
like
me.
elevator and
That's-
stuff.
but that's like the village.
It was like they were in
Yeah.
some simulation or
Yeah,
some
yeah,
shit.
Yes, yes.
And you were like, man, what a cheesy way to end all this.
That's okay. So legit, after I saw the village, I literally stood up and was like, "I fucking want my money back."
yeah,
I was
man.
So mad.
Because sometimes you're like, you just couldn't figure out how to like wrap this up,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just came with some like obscure thing that makes no sense of anything.
Yeah.
And then you're like, is there a cabin in the woods too? Nope. what the fuck? Oh, what?
The story is not gonna be explained any further.
Like you just opened up
heard.
like a whole rabbit hole of like the simulation
Yeah.
shit, and you're like, yeah, we're good. All right, like,
Stupid.
or Lucy. Have you seen Lucy?
Not in its
ScarJo?
entirety.
No,
Yeah,
with-
Scarlett
with
Johansson?
Scarlett.
ScarJo.
haven't
ScarJo
watched
and
that one.
Morgan
Same
Freeman.
corny ending, man. She just like fucking
See,
melts away into the ether
because she's
Spoiler alert.
because
Yeah,
she's so worldly that she just like. And
Yeah,
you're
'cause
just
she's
like,
using 100% of her brain.
apparently that's like a false thing.
Limitless?
No.
No,
No.
try again.
But apparently, like people say like you can only use 20% of your brain. Like apparently
You only
that's
use
not
Lock
true,
it, bro.
Apparently, yeah, that's what I've.
bro.
Question 2. I've answered this question already. What's the most toxic thing you said to a woman?
What's the most
Are those
toxic?
painted on?
What would you define as a toxic thing? Like something to like make them upset or stir them up? What
Yeah,
would be
kinda, I
considered
guess.
toxic?
Well,
As
mean-
opposed to mean. That's what I'm trying to see the difference.
I think they're one and the same.
I don't know. I think they're kind of, yeah. I would have to agree they're kind of one and the same.
I don't know. Calling someone promiscuous, I would say, is pretty
Not in
toxic.
those words?
Oh, definitely not in those words.
Yeah, okay, wait, yeah, I said that to somebody as well.
Yeah. I made fun of someone's feet. That wasn't that nice.
Oh, my. Yeah, wait, you said it, what?
Someone said they were like, oh, someone said something about being in the sun too long, and I was like, you look like you've been in the sun too long. And then I said they had hot dog skin.
What?
Yeah, I said they have hot dogs. Like
I've
their
never heard
skin
that
looks like a
before.
cooked hot dog.
How?
Because they're like tan so much, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
It looks like they were on a grill.
This thing just broke. Yep, sure did.
Ruh-roh.
There it is.
Fuck's sakes, man.
I'm sure it can go back on right now.
This
It's
shit
not-
just don't end.
No, it doesn't.
The set is just
Man, I
falling
just can't
apart.
get
We're having technical difficulties. We're gonna
Can't
keep
get you
rolling
off
through.
the ring. Every time I break down the transcript of this,
Yeah.
it always goes like gives me a timestamp. It goes like technical difficulties or like set debacle.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, again, man.
P.S.
Next
Mark has
question.
a B-.
Yeah, Lubin, you got the worst grade last time, didn't you?
No, it's me.
No, it was,
I was
I'm on a cold streak, man.
Dude, I have to do it as a way of like non-bias, where I say like
Ooh.
you have to be equally, because it knows that I'm inputting it. So I'm like, I don't want it to be like biased because
I think it is biased.
because I'm the
I think it is
controller.
biased. I think
This
it is
dude's always getting A.
That's what I
plus.
said. I was like,
Fuck
this
outta
is
here,
sus,
man. You talk too
man.
much.
I was like, this is sus, dude.
Yeah.
I was,
It's a bit much, man. It's
Yeah,
crazy. I'm like,
but
how the hell do I
that-
keep getting
dude,
such bad marks?
I asked the same questions.
No, you don't, because you don't.
It knows I'm its maker.
No, it doesn't.
But I always say
It makes you.
score this objectively. But, anyways,
I digress.
next question. I'll just purposely give myself a C next time.
What is a red flag or green flag in a partner or in a friend? In a partner.
In a
Or-
partner,
or
it'd
a
be
green-
like
well-
respect. That would be like if you're like just talking to someone like shit.
Yeah.
It's like right away. It's like that shit is
Like talking to you or like
yeah,
someone
or
else?
like what they say when you're not around. It like has a good perspective of like what they think about you. Right? It that would be like the biggest thing for me now.
Okay.
Of like, yo, even when I'm not there,
Yeah.
you can't be like
Putting you down.
talking ish.
Yeah.
You know?
Red flag.
Red flag, green flag, polo.
Red flag in a girl? Well, clearly someone who's, a liar.
Yeah.
Don't want a liar. Don't want a fibber. Red flag in a friend? Someone who doesn't listen when you're talking.
What's that?
Exactly. That's what a red
Bro,
flag.
that joke will never
Someone who's
not hit.
unreliable. Someone who's unreliable. Like I remember for Thorn, like I loved the dude. He really upset me at times because he would bail at the last minute on many things. At the last possible minute.
Oof.
And that so unreliable for sure.
That shit.
Friend, yeah.
That shit's no bueno, man.
Yeah, man.
I remember when I was in university, we rented a house, and we had a few buddies, and we were going to do like a house party, but we were going to like legitimize it where we had like some dudes that were coming out of security. We bought like 2 kegs. We had like tickets, like the whole 9 yards. We were selling tickets on the university. And then like, cause it was for like a joint birthday, like 2 of the dudes had birthdays.
Okay.
And then they got in like a tussle, and then the whole thing collapsed, and we were like, "Fuck." Yeah, and then he just pulled out last minute. We had all this shit, and we were like, "Fuck, man."
That sucks. Big time.
Oh yeah, we were just like, "Cool, all right." And then like every time we had like an idea that was a little bit like ambitious, it was like we can't. We already got stung once, and
Yeah,
like
you don't wanna get stung
now,
again.
and
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
even just the 2 people doing it, you're like, nah, man, I can't go through that like emotional fucking. Yeah, sorry, not sorry, man.
Yeah, that's
But-
fair. That's true. That would suck big time. Cause like, you fool me once,
Yeah,
you
man.
know, shame on me. Fool me twice, though.
Yeah.
Not having that.
Selfless for me and a partner. Like,
Yeah.
Selfless.
yeah, just
Yeah,
being
that's a-
selfless. Like,
That's a green flag.
You're not selfless.
100%. What? Oh, get the fuck out of here.
What's the last thing you did for me? What have you done for me
I said it in
lately?
a partner, bro.
I am a partner. I'm a partner.
Maybe
in
at
this.
work.
Yeah.
What was the What have you done for me lately?
I got to
can she
leave. I got
slap?
to leave work early yesterday, last night. This dude
Well, I lost
completely
in a
forgot.
game.
You
No,
completely
I lost
forgot
in
what
a-
to do.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's right. This is
And
true.
all I hear are alarms in the background. And it's like, yeah, I'll go back.
Yeah,
I'll go
there's
back.
something.
I'll
There's one thing I couldn't
sacrifice
figure out.
my
One thing I
30
couldn't figure out.
seconds.
Get out of here.
What?
You have done that for me, yes.
I did that.
And then when I got a flat tire on the way here, that one time, it's true. You are a good friend.
I try, man.
He has
Honestly,
done lately.
He's done some things lately. He's proven himself.
McDougal, what I do for you?
Oh, bro. Just even getting you were the conduit there for that little emergency that I had.
Yeah, I was.
Being
Lubin
the-
saw it too. He
I
was
saw it,
awesome.
but I was in the gym at the moment.
And then
so.
you said, "Handle this, Mark."
Yeah.
that's true.
I'm in the gym. I
Yeah.
can't handle it.
I was
Like
like, I
that
love this.
D Wade LeBron meme
Yeah,
where he's
yeah.
serving it up. LeBron
Yeah.
goes and throws it.
Yo, dunk this.
You.
Well, it's like anyways, not important.
Yeah,
Yes.
no.
Well,
I only do these things so that I could throw them back in your face like
Obviously.
months later.
obviously, you know,
Obviously,
that's what happens.
who does it?
But no,
for
He
it
wants-
sucks
he
being
he wants
that
his
guy
favor
being
back.
an asshole,
That's-
man. Like I don't like to make people feel bad.
No, of course not.
I might tease you a little bit too much, but
Yeah, that's true.
Do you think being an asshole, like, it's just too hard to consistently be an asshole? Like, that's for me,
Yeah.
like, it's just, it's more exhausting to be an asshole
100%.
than it is to just, like,
do shit
and
and complain
That's why I
about
don't-
it.
to be fair, this
To be
was
fair.
never who I was.
Mhm.
Like, I was the dude that was like, yo, let's do it. Like, I love butting heads with people. I love getting into, and I still do now, but it's in a more calculated way where I definitely had to have some, like, emotional regulation.
Mhm.
But now I just have fun with it. But at times I would get, like, years ago I'd be, like, emotionally driven where, like, I'd go home and I'd be like, fuck that guy. Like, I'm so mad about this. But now I'm just
Really?
like, yeah, I'm cool.
That's a big change, man. Good for you.
Yeah,
There's a lot.
it's fun.
Growth.
Oof.
Growth.
What else we got?
We got time for a couple more.
Couple more.
Couple more.
All right. What movie
Sure.
would you want to see remade with your dream cast and dream director and producers if you wanted to? I think that's a bit much, but
Yeah, I don't know that much.
you don't have one?
Damn.
Okay.
That's a good
No, like
question.
That is
That's
a
a
good
good question.
produced.
Do you wanna come back to that one? Or do you wanna-
I don't know, man.
Why? How about this? This would be a good one.
don't mess up
that,
the question.
what?
No, sorry.
I was gonna say this would be a good one if we need more thought to table this answer. As
To
the
that
start-
to that question?
as the start of our next.
Ooh. Okay.
know?
I
Episode
like
41?
that. So no, you go home, think about it. You got homework, okay, man?
Yeah,
just
you
gotta
go
home
home, think about it, and then
it.
this would be this.
I
This would
dropped
be
out.
the launch pad for the next episode.
Okay, here's a cheesy question. It's
'Kay.
really, so we'll come back to that question, Toronto listener. We're gonna answer that one for you next week.
Yeah.
But
Bup.
what
Sir.
emoji pisses you off the most?
The rolling eyes.
But what if? How are you gonna know that? I'm like rolling my eyes at you. How do
I
you
don't
know
like that one.
You don't like that one?
No, that one makes me mad.
Yeah.
That's what I'm using.
my
exclusively.
friend does that to me all the time. Every time I say something stupid, she just the eye roll, and I'm like, oh my god, man.
Just makes me uncomfortable. Or when people write you like, just like, it's old, but when people just give you like the okay, you're like, fuck, what did I
Like
do?
That's
the
not an
actual
emoji.
like
We're talking
letters.
about emoji.
Okay.
Yeah, just okay, but not like the full word.
Yeah, it's like you can't type that out. You had to search through your emojis. To...
And I just go like, what did I do?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
So
Where
it's
you're
a
just
negative
like,
connotation. It
yeah,
means
you
that
just
there's
go
something-
like,
you're in trouble
oh,
for something.
You're being short with me for a reason.
I got
I
you.
must have like slighted you or something.
You know, I don't think I'm a big fan of memes.
Yes.
I'm a big fan of emoji reactions. GIFs.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna take the time to put that back, I'll take it.
Okay.
And that's
Okay.
that's me. I know it's like, oh, you could have just wrote out your response. It's like, yeah, man, progressive. I like this shit. I like this
Yes,
technology.
you do like memes. You do like GIFs.
Yeah.
I think when it comes to that, you just kind of got to know your like. There's some
Yeah, I
people
think that's also.
you got to know your audience because
Mhm.
some people it's like I'll respond and like give them acknowledgement, where other people I just react to their message
I need
because
it.
it's like some people like they're not good at responding or whatever, so you're like I'll just acknowledge this by like double tapping their message. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And show them because like I just don't have anything to say. Crazy.
Swear.
That's kind of fucking crazy that I wouldn't have anything to say, but
You need to verbalize it.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
I got one more for you.
All right.
What's one line someone said to you that gave you an erection from a man?
Suck a good dick from the back.
No, from a woman. From a woman. I think
Whisper in my ear,
Oh.
you want pizza?
someone basically said, can I fellate you in Spanish?
Oh,
Yeah, and I was,
you were bricked up.
yes, please.
You were bricked up.
And
That
it was
was
at
a
the
very,
Calgary
very sexy
Stampede.
Yeah, with the woman. And then I proceeded to Eiffel Tower.
Yeah,
It
no,
was-
it's probably
it
something
was a
real
great
simple,
time.
like, hey, go lock the door.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a
And
good
I'm
one,
like,
too. Yes.
gone.
Close
Yeah.
the curtains.
Say less, girl.
Yeah,
Oh,
I've seen, what is it? Jim Carrey.
Liar, liar.
And he, like, shoots his clothes off.
Yeah.
Bruce Almighty.
Yeah, Bruce
Yeah.
Almighty. I'm like, yeah, that's me, man. Like,
Absolutely. You're getting into Jennifer Aniston,
Can't get
too.
naked
yeah, 100%.
quicker.
Yeah. Clothes can't come off faster. That's,
Yeah.
right.
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, with that, we should pack it in.
Hot.
We're hitting at a fucking.
yeah, we got an Oilers game to.
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
Oilers.
game
What's
one of
this,
the
our
Oilers
sixth?
tonight. Yeah.
Six.
6
6 o'clock. Thank you to all of you guys who wrote these in. Our listener from Toronto,
Those were glorious.
Stoke Social in BC, in Revelstoke, BC. To our New Brunswick listener, and our Edmonton listener, and the MFN Sports Training, the strength and conditioning coach.
Is that what it stands for?
No, it's
Every first and last name.
Be a
Maria
lot cooler if it
Fletcher Nutrition and Training, and she's a strength and conditioning coach here in Edmonton.
She does good work.
Rugby teams, soccer teams,
We'll have to get her on the
personal
pod.
one-on-ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one who was supposed to come for an interview. We're still waiting to hear about that one.
Yeah, hit us up.
Hit us up. So, yeah, it's been a slice. Thank you guys very much. Episode 40.
Yeah.
That was fun. That was
That
a
was
lot of
fun.
fun, actually.
That was fun.
For all
Yeah.
your questions.
More
and
questions,
feedback. So,
people.
yeah,
Yeah,
thank
that
you.
was good. What do we have for shout out sponsors? I have mine for RSS.com.
Go ahead.
RSS.com. We're proud affiliates of the streaming platform. If you're looking to start your own podcast, use the link we have in our description to start your own podcast today. Your support helps us with our podcast, and you can enjoy the services of RSS.com the same way we do.
KL Cleaning, an awesome Edmonton-based cleaning service that'll have your place spotless in no time. Whether it's a one-time deep clean or a regular service, they've got you. Follow them on Instagram at KL Cleaning YEG and check out their website to learn more or book online. Use our code SAVE5 for $5 off per hour.
Oof. That's a big
huge.
one.
That's huge.
All
All right,
right.
people. Thank you guys for joining us. Like, subscribe, follow, share, tell
Send
your
more
peoples.
questions.
Send more
More
questions. Engagement is key, and we
You
will.
write them, we'll read them.
Yes.
We will
absolutely.
catch you next week answering the final question.
The
Yes,
movie
we
one,
will
right?
answer that question to our Toronto listener next week.
I already got it.
All right.
Thank you. Peace out.